Shalom to Israel. Imagine, which means to stand. Upon which means to rise and face the east. We're going to start with the Lord's Prayer. The Lord's Prayer. Yahanna, Shabbat Shemaya, Kodash, I.S.U.P.K, Yahweh, Malakaka, Taba'ah, Ratazak, I.S.U.P.K, Baratazak, Kawa, Ashemaya, Nathananau, Lacham, Kal, Yawam, Wasalaknau, Kabawathnau, Kasalaknau, Kabawathnau, Wala'ah, Tabaya'anau. Let it say one. Abal, Hawashana, Mayan, Ra, Kaya, Laka, Amalakwa, Wa'ala, Wa'atapara, Vawalamim, Aman. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever, so be it. Hakat, the prayer for the power. Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua, Ba'ashah, Nathananau, Hakat, La'apa'ah, Kal Makala, Wakal Madawa, Hakat, Latahal, Hamatazrai, Hakat, Lahakwa, Hamath, Hakat, Arakawa, Hatama'ala, the Garushan, Ba'ashim Yahushua, the water Amun. Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out in the name of Yahushua. Thank you, so be it. The prayer to bless Israel. Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua, Barak Lanam, Wayasha'ala, Waha, Bayaksapari, Barak, Rapah, Magun, Hagun, Ba'ashim Yahushua, the water Amun. What we just said was Yahweh, the name of Yahushua. Bless us and Israel in the school. Bless, heal, shield, protect our loved ones in the name of Yahushua. Thank you, so be it. Psalms 121. Asha, I love you, all heart, my young, Yaba'ah, I exalt you, my eye, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemaya, Wa'arataza, all your son, Lamawat, Regalka, all your one, Shemarka, Hana, La'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yashan, Sharamar, Yasha'Allah, Yahweh, Shemarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al-Yah, Yamninka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'ah, Yakarka, Wayara, Balayla, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makal Ra, Yashamar, Afnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Tazaka, Wabwa'aka, Ma'itha, Wa'ai, Awalam. I will lift mine eyes into the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in, from this time forth and even forevermore. So be it. Psalms 83. Alahayah, all the Mayalaka, all the Farash, all the Shaquat. Salakia. All Yahanna, our Yabika, Yahanna Yawan, Wamashanaya, Nasha'awa, Ra'ash, Alaika, Ya'arayam, Sawa, Wayafayai Tazawa, Altadapawanyaka, Amrawa, Nakawa, Wanakakina, Magoya, Wala'a, Yazakar, Sham Yasha'ala, Aiwa, Kaya, Nawa'ai Tazawa, La, Yakagwa, Alika, Barya, Yakara, Aholia, Adawam, Wayashima Aulia, Mawa'aba, Wahagari, Gabal, Wa Amla, Palasha, Ayushabi, Tazawar, Gam Ashawar, Nalawa, Ibam, Hayo, Zarawa, Labanyanawat, Salah, Aisha, Laham, Gamadya, Kasayasara, Kayabi, Barakal, Koyashwan, Nashamad, Bayanda Ara, Hayo, Gaman, Adam, Shea Thumwa, Nagayabu, Kaira, because of Zalmana, Kauna say a Kumwa, a Shaw, a Marwa, Nairasha, Lunawa, Nawa, Alahai, Alaya, Shea Thumwa, Kagawa, Kakwash, the Panduraka, Kaash, the Ira Ira, Wakalaha, Dalaha, Parya, Khan, Garadap, Basa Ira, Wabasawa Paf, the Mahala, Malaa, Panya, Kwalawan, what Kwashra, Shabka, Yahawa, what Salaki Yabafra, where Bahalwa, Aika, where Kaparwa, where Bak, where the Ira, Kaya, Fa, Shabka, Yahawa, the Bak, Al, Yawan, Al, Paul, Paratiza, Aman. Keep not thou silent to Yahweh. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites, of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Asa also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kasan, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb, and like Zed. Yea, all their princes, as the Ba, and as the Munah, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as a stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. So be it. The blessings for the power structure in Hebrew. Barak Yahweh, why Yahweh Shah, why Miyaka, why Alahai, Matadabi Alawak Yahanna, Ha Alawapya, Ha Saranya, Ha Quatazayanya, Ha Hayayalya, why Ahwapya, Yahweh, by Shimi Awashai, the water Amon. Bless you, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai, and Michael, and the angels, commanding General Yahanna, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you, so be it. Sar, which means to turn. Shabi, which means to be seated. All right, go ahead and clap it up. All right, we're in the book of Numbers, chapter 3 and verse 33. All right. All right, let's go to Numbers chapter 3 and verse 33. Numbers chapter 3, verse 33. Lamaria, Mashapakath, Hamakalia. Yeah, Hamakalia. Wamashapakath, Hamawashia. Allah, Mashapakath, Mararia. Wapakwadyaham, Bamasapar, Kal, Zakar, Maban, Karash, Wama Shashat, Alapia, excuse me, Wama Afia, verse 35. Wanashiham, Salaki, Wanashia, Bayath, Lama Shapakath, Mararia, Taza Warrior Allah, Taza Warrior Allah, Taza Warrior Allah, Salaki, Taza Warrior Allah, Bar, Abba Yakal, Al, Iraq, Hamashakan, Yahanna, Tazapar, verse 36. Wapaquadath, Mashamra, no, Shamarath, Mashamarath, Banya, Merari, Korashia, Hamashakan, Wabarayakua, Waimadua, Waadanyua, Wakal, Ibadathwa, verse 37. Waimadu, Hakatazar, Sabayah, Waadanyaham, Wayathatham, Wamayatharyaham, verse 38. Wahachananya, Lapanya, Hamashakan, Quadama, Lapanya, Ahal, Mawa'ai, Mazarak, Masha, Waharan, Wabanyu, Salaki, Wabanyua, Shamaria, Mashamarat, Hamakodash, Lamashamarat, Banya, Yasha Allah, Wahazar, Hakurah, Yawamath, verse 39. Call, Pakwawadya, Aloyam, Ashar, Pakwad, Masha, Wa'aharan, Al, Payah, Yahweh, Lamashapakatham, Call, Zakar, Maban. I think this is better to look this way. Maban, Kadash, Wama'ila, Shanyam, Wa'isharanya, Allah. All right. Also, if any brother or sister has any questions, that you would like to be answered during the Sabbath service, please feel free to put it in the chat. All right, the chat, put it in the chat. Salakia. All right, let's go back up to Numbers chapter 3 and verse 33. Of Merari was the family of the Mahalites and the family of the Mushites. These are the families of Merari. Verse 34. And those that were numbered of them, according to the number of all the males from a month old and upward, were 6,200. Verse 35. And the chief of the house of the father of the families of Merari was Zeriel, the son of Abel. These shall pitch on the side of the tabernacle northward. Verse 36. And under the custody and charge of the sons of Merari shall be the boards of the tabernacle, and the bars thereof, and the pillars thereof, and the sockets thereof, and all the vessels thereof, and all that serveth thereto. Verse 37. And the pillars of the court round about, and their sockets, and their pins, and their cords. Verse 38. But those that encamp before the tabernacle toward the east, even before the tabernacle of the congregation eastward, shall be Moses and Aaron and his sons, keeping the charge of the sanctuary for the charge of the children of Israel. And the stranger that cometh nigh shall be put to death. Verse 39. All that were numbered of the Levites, which Moses and Aaron numbered at the commandment of the Most High, throughout their families, all the males from a month old and upward were 22,000. That's the amounts. That was the head count. Remember, at this time, we're going to war. We're being set to go to war. And Moses was ordered by the Most High God to mark all the males out of each tribe of the nation of Israel, with the exception of Levi, who was only given the protection of the tabernacle. The other 11 tribes, they had to have sons that were 20 years old or upward, ready to fight. And it was Moses' job to mark every brother, to count every brother, so that we had a head count strategy of going to war. Everyone understand? So this was about the Levites, what we just read. Remember, the Levites could only be priests at this time before Christ. Before the order of Melchizedek, priests could only be Levites. And because priests could only be Levites could only be priests. Levites could only be priests. They could not go to battle. They couldn't go to war. They couldn't be like Judah or Issachar or Gad or Reuben, you understand, or Manasseh. They had to go and protect the temple, the tabernacle. That was their guard. That was their duty. That was their job. Everyone understand? Go ahead and clap it up. All right. This is Leviticus chapter 3 and verse 40. I'm sorry, Leviticus. This is Numbers, the book of Numbers, chapter 3 and verse 40. Wayamar, Yahweh, Al, Masha, Pakwa, Kal, Bakar, Zakar, Labanya, Yasha Allah, Maban, Kadash, Wama'ila, Washa'ah, Ath, Masapar, Shematham, verse 41. Walakukaf, Ath, Halawayam, Laya, Anya, Yahweh, Fakaf, Kal, Bakar, Babanya, Yasha'ala, Wa'at, Bahamath, Halawayam, Fakat, Kal, Bakawar, Babahamath, Banya, Yasha'ala, verse 42. Wayapukwad, Masha, Ka'ashar, Tazwa'a, Yahweh, Athawa, Ath, Kal, Bakar, Babanya, Yasha'ala, verse 43, excuse me. Wayaya, Kal, Bakawar, Zakar, Bamasapar, Shemawath, Maban, Kadash, Wama'ila, Lapaquadyaham, Shanyam, Wa'isharanyam, Alap, Shalashia, Washaput, Salakia, Washabayim, Wamathat, Salakia, Wama'athiam, Wama'athiam, verse 44. Where the bar, Yahweh, Al, Masha, La Amar, verse 45. Quak, Ath, Haloyam, Fakat, Kal, Bakawar, Babanya, Yasha'ala, Wa'ath, Bahamath, Haloyam, Fakat, Bahamatham, Wahaya, Laya, Haloyam, Anya, Yahweh, verse 45. Salaki, verse 46. Wa'ath, Padawayaya, Salaki, Padwaya, Padwaya, Hashalash, Wahashabayim, Wahama Haidapyam, Ad, Halawayam, Mabakawar, Mabakawar, Banya, Yasha'ala. Most High in Christ. Shalom, sis. Yahweh Shema Allah Thah, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, sister Nizamai. Always good to see you, sis. All right, let's go back up. This is Leviticus. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 3 and verse 40. And the Most High said unto Moses, number all the firstborn of the males of the children of Israel from a month old and upward, and take the number of their names. Verse 41. And thou shalt take the Levites from me. I am the Most High, instead of all the firstborn among the children of Israel, and the cattle of the Levites instead of all the firstlings among the cattle of the children of Israel. And Moses numbered, as the Most High commanded him, all the firstborn among the children of Israel. Verse 43. And all the firstborn males by the number of names from a month old and upward, of those that were numbered of them, were 22,213. And the Most High spake unto Moses, saying, verse 45, take the Levites instead. Take the Levites instead of all the firstborn among the children of Israel, and the cattle of the Levites instead of their cattle. And the Levites shall be mine. I am the Most High. Verse 46. And for those that are to be redeemed of the 213 of the firstborn of the children of Israel, which are more than the Levites. All right. This is Leviticus. Why do I want to be in the book of Leviticus so badly? We had a great run in Leviticus. Now we're in Numbers. Salakia. This is the book of the reason I keep thinking of Leviticus because of the Levitical priesthood and the Levites, that so-called Haitians today, right? This is the book of Numbers, chapter 3 and verse 47. All right. All right. Numbers chapter 3 and verse 47. Wala Kukath, Kamashath, Shaqualim, Lagalagath, Lagalagath, yeah, Lagal Galath, all right, Bashaqual, Hakodash, Gaquah, Aisharium, Gorah, Hashaqual, verse 48. Wanathath, Hakasat, Laharan, Walabunya, Padawaya, yeah, that's Padawaya, yeah, Padawaya, Ha'idapim, Baham, verse 49. Wayaqua, Masha, Kasat, Hapadai, Salakia, Hapaduum, Ma'af, Ha'idapim, Al, Padawaya, Hallowayam, verse 50. Put it up here. Look at it like I'm looking at the camera. Verse 50. Ma'ath, Bakawar, all right. This is Numbers chapter 3 and verse 50. Ma'ath, Bakawar, Banya, Yasha'ala, Laquat, Ath, Hakasat, Hamash, Washashiam, Washalash, Ma'awath, Wa'alat, Pashaqual, Hakodash, verse 51. Wayathan, Masha, Ath, Kasat, Hapadim, Hapadim, La'aharan, Walabanyua, Al, Payah, Yahweh, Kashar, Tazawa'ah, Yahweh, Ath, Masha. This is Numbers chapter 4 and verse 1. Way at the bar, Yahweh, Al, Masha, Wa'al, Aharan, La'amar, verse 2. Nasha'ah, Ath, Ra'ash, Banya, Kwahath, Mathawan, Salaki Mathawak, Banya, Loya, Lamashapakatham, Labyath, Abatham. All right. Let's go back. This is Numbers chapter 3. We started at verse 47. All right, this is Numbers chapter 3 and verse 47. Thou shalt even take 5 shekels apiece by the pole. After the shekel of the sanctuary shalt thou take them. The shekel is 20 gerahs. Verse 48. And thou shalt give the money, wherewith the odd number of them is to be redeemed, unto Aaron and to his sons. Verse 49. And Moses took the redemption money of them that were over and above them that were redeemed by the Levites. Of the firstborn of the children of Israel, took he the money, 1,365 shekels, after the shekel of the sanctuary. Verse 51. And Moses gave the money of them that were redeemed unto Aaron and to his sons, according to the word of the Most High, as the Most High commanded Moses. This is Numbers chapter 4 and verse 1. And the Most High spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying, take the sum, this is verse 2, take the sum of the sons of Kohath from among the sons of Levi, after their families, by the house of their fathers. All right, this is Numbers chapter 4 and verse 3. Maban, Shalashim, Shana, Wamailah, Wa'ad, Ban, Hamashim, Shana, Kal, Ba'ah, Lataz Ba'ah, La'aishawath, Malakat, Bahal, Mawa'id, verse 4. Za'ath, Ibadath, Banya, Kwahath, Ba'ahal, Mawa'ai, Kodash, HaKodashim, verse 5. Waba'ah, Aharon, Wabunyua, Banasai, Hamahana, Waradwa, Af, Pawakath, Hamasak, Wakasawa, Ba, Af, Aran, Haidath, verse 6. Salaki, Wanathunwa, Alua, Kasawya, Kasawaya, Iwar, Fakash, Waparashwa, Bagad, Kalayala, Salaki, just Kalayal, Thakalath, Malama'ila, Washimawa, Bajua, verse 7. Wa'al, Shalachan, Hapunyam, Yaparashya, Salaki Yaparashwa, Bagad, Thakalath, Wanathunwa, Alua, Af, Aqua Irath, Wa'af, Akapath, Wa'af, Hamanakoyath, Wa'af, Kwashawath, Hanasak, Walacham, Hathamyak, Alua, Yahaya, verse 8. Waparashwa, Aliyaham, Bagad, Thawala'ith, Shanya, Wakasawa, Athua, Bamakasa, Iwar, Fakach, Washimawa, Af, Badua, verse 9. Wala Kwakafua, Salaki, Wala Kwakawa, Bagad, Thakalath, Wakasawa, Af, Manarath, Hama Awar, Wa'af, Narathia, Wa'af, Malakokathia, Wa'af, Makathathia, Wa'af, Kalya, Shana, Ashar, Yasharatha, Salak Yasharathwa, La'ah, Baham. All right. We're in Leviticus. We're in Numbers, chapter 4 and verse 3. From 30 years old, lower this or do I need it? There we go. From 30 years old and upward, even until 50 years old, all that enter into the host to do the work in the tabernacle of the congregation. This shall be the service of the sons of Kohath in the tabernacle of the congregation about the most holy things. And when the camp setteth forward, Aaron shall come down, and his sons, and they shall take down the covering veil and cover the ark of the testimony with it, and shall put thereon the covering of badger skins, and shall spread over it a cloth wholly of blue, and shall put in the staves thereof. And upon the table of showbread they shall spread a cloth of blue, and put thereon the dishes, and the spoons, and the bowls. I guess you can't see me all the way up now. And the bowls, and covers to cover withal, and the continual bread shall be thereon. Verse 8. And they shall spread upon them a cloth of scarlet, and cover the same with a covering of badger skins, and shall put it in the staves thereof. Verse 9. And they shall take a cloth of blue, and cover the candlestick of the light, and his lamps, and his tongs, and his snuff dishes, and all the oil vessels thereof, wherewith they minister unto it. This is Numbers chapter 4 and verse 10. All right. One of Thafnoah, Atha, Wa'af, Kalya, Al, Makasa, Iwar, Fakach, one of Thanawa, Al, Hamawat, verse 11. Wa'al, Mazabach, Hazahah, Yaparashwa, Bagad, Vakalath, Wakasawa, Athawa, Bamakasa, I war, Fakash, Washamwa, Af, Badua, verse 12. Excuse me. Wala Salaki, Wala Kwakawa, Af, Kal Ya, Hasharath, Ashar, Yasharathwa, Bum, Bakwadash, one of Nathnua, all, Bagad, Vakalath, Wakasawa, our thumb, Makasa, I war, Fakash, one of Thanua, Al, Hamawat, verse 13. Water, Salaki, Wadashnua, Af, Hamazabach, Waparashua, Aliyawa, Bagad, our Salaki, our Gaman, verse 14. One of Thanawa, Aliyawa, Af, Kaliwa, Ashar, Yasharathwa, Aliyawa, Baham, Af, Hamakhathaf, Af, Hamazalagath, Hamazalagath, Wa'af, Hayayim, Wa'af, Hamazaраkwaf, Kaliyah, Hamazabach, Waparashwa, Aliwa, Kasawaya, I war, Fakasha, Fakash, Washamwa, Badua, verse 15. Wakala, Aharon, Wabanyua, Lakasaf, Af, Hakodash, Wa'af, Kaliyah, Hakodash, Banasai, Hamakana, Wa'aharya, Khan, Yaba'awa, Banya, Kwahaf, Lasha'af, Wala'af, Yagayawa, all, Hakodash, Wamathwa, Allah, Mashaf, Salaki, Masha'ah, Masha'ah, Banya, Kwahaf, Bahal, Mawa'id, verse 16. We started at 10, right? Yeah, we started at verse 10. All right, this is verse 16. Wapakodath, Alaizar, it's Eleazar, okay, Alaizar, Ban, Aharon, that's Aaron, Hakahan, priest, Shaman, Hama Salaki, Hama Awar, Wakwatarath, Hadamayam, woman of Kath, Hathamayad, Washaman, Hamashakha, Pakodath, Kal, Hamashakan, Wakal, Ashar, Ban, Bakwadash, Wabakalyua. This is Numbers chapter 4 and verse 10. And they shall put it and all the vessels thereof within a covering of badger skins, and put it upon a bar, and upon the golden altar they shall spread a cloth of blue, and cover it with a covering of badger skins, and shall put to the staves thereof. 12. And they shall take all the instruments of ministry, wherewith they minister in the sanctuary, and put them in a cloth of blue, and cover them with a covering of badger skins, and shall put them on a bar. Verse 13. And they shall take away the ashes from the altar, and spread a purple cloth thereon. Verse 14. And they shall put upon it all the vessels thereof, wherewith they minister about it, even the censers, the flesh hooks, and the shovels, and the basins, and all the vessels, so like all the vessels of the altar. And they shall spread upon it a covering of badger skins, and put to the staves of it. And when Aaron and his sons have made an end of covering the sanctuary, all the vessels of the sanctuary, as the camp is set forward, after that the sons of Kohath shall come to bear it. But they shall not touch any holy thing, lest they die. These things are the burden of the sons of Kohath in the tabernacle of the congregation. Verse 16. And to the office of Eleazar, the son of Aaron, the priest, pertaineth the oil of the light, and the sweet incense, and the daily meat offering, and the anointing oil, and the oversight of all the tabernacle, and of all that therein is in the sanctuary, and in the vessels thereof. All right, let's go to Numbers chapter 4 and verse 17. All right, this is Numbers chapter 4 and verse 17. All right, this is way of the bar, Yahweh, al Mashah, wa al Aharon, La'amar, verse 18. All the car Yathu, Karathua. No, that's Karathua. Karayathua. Ath, Shabbat, Mashapakath, Hakwahathia, Hakwahathia, Mathawak, Halawayam, verse 19. Was a Ath, I.S.U.P.K, Salakia, I.S.U.P.K, Laham, Wachayat, Salakia, Wachayawa, Wala'ah, Yamathwa, Bagashatham, Ath, Kodash, Hakodashim, Aharon, Wabanyua, Waba'awa, Washamawa, Washamawa, Washamwa, Awatham, Ayash, Al, Ibathua, wa Al, Masha'awa, verse 20. Wala'ah, Yaba'awa, Lara'awath, Kabbalah, Ath, Hakodash, Salakia, Wamathwa, verse 21. Way of the Salakia, way of the Y. Salakia, this is Exodus chapter 4, verse 21. Way of the bar, Yahweh, al Mashah, La'amar. All right, verse 22. Nasha'ah, Ath, Ra'ash, Banya, Gorashwan, Gam, Ham, Labayath, Abatham, Lama Shapakatham, verse 23. Maban, Shalashim, Shana, Wama Ayla, I, Ban, Kamashim, Shana, Shalakim, Shana, Dapaquad, our thumb, Call, Haba'ah, Latazaba'ah, Tazaba'ah, Laibad, Laibad, Ibadah, Ba'ahal, Mawa'id. All right, this is Exodus chapter 4 and verse 17. And the Most High spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying, Cut ye not off the tribe of the families of the Kohatites from among the Levites, but thus do unto them, that they may live and not die when they approach unto the most holy things. Aaron and his sons shall go in and appoint them every one to his service and to his burden. But they shall not go in to see when the holy things are covered, lest they die. And the Most High spake unto Moses, saying, Take also the sum of the sons of Gershon throughout the houses of their fathers by their families. Verse 23. Excuse me. From 30 years old and upward until 50 years old shalt thou number them, all that enter in to perform the service, to do the work in the tabernacle of the congregation. All right. This is Numbers chapter 4 and verse 24. Za'ath, Ibadath, Mashapakath, Hagarashniya, La'ibad, Wala Mashah, verse 25. Wana Sha'awa, Af, Yarayat, Hamashakan, Wa'af, Ahal, Mawa'ai, Makasahawa, Wama Kasa, Hathakash, Ashar, Aliwa, Malama'ila, Wa'af, Masak, Pathak, Ahal, Mawa'id, verse 26. Wa'af, Kwalaya, Hakatazar, Wa'af, Masak, Pathak, Sha'ir, Hakatazar, Ashar, Al, Hamashaban, Wa'al, Hamazabak, Sabya, Wa'af, Mayatharyahum, Mayatharyahum, Wa'af, Kal Yah, Ibatham, Wa'af, Kal, Ashar, Yaisha, Lahum, Waibadwa, verse 27. Al, Payah, Aharon, Wabanyua, Thahaya, Kal, Ibadath, Banya, Hagarashanya, Lakal, Masha'am, Walabal, Ibatham, Wapakodatham, Ali Salaki, Alaham, Bamashimarath, Af, Kal, Masha'am, verse 28. Za'af, Ibadath, Mashapakath, Banya, Hagarashanya, Ba'ahal, Mawa'ad, Wamashamaratham, Bayad, Ayathamar, Ban, Aharon, Hakahan, verse 29. Banya, Mararya, Lamashapakatham, Labayath, Abatham, Dapaquad, Atham, verse 30. Maban, Shalashashyam, Shana, Wamaila, Wa'id, Ban, Kamashyam, Shana, Thapaquadam, all right, Kal, Haba'ah, Latazaba'ah, La'ibad, Af, Ibadath, Ahal, Mawa'id. All right. This is Numbers chapter 4 and verse 24. This is the service of the families of the Gershonites to serve and for burdens. Verse 25. And they shall bear the curtains of the tabernacle and the tabernacle of the congregation, his covering and the covering of the badger skins that is above upon it, and the hanging for the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. Verse 26. And the hangings of the court, and the hanging for the door of the gate of the court, which is by the tabernacle and by the altar round about, and their cords, and all the instruments of their service, and all that is made for them. So shall they serve. Verse 27. At the appointment of Aaron and his sons shall be all the service of the sons of the Gershonites, and all their burdens, and in all their service. And ye shall appoint unto them in charge all their burdens. Verse 28. This is the service of the families of the sons of Gershon, and the tabernacle of the congregation. And their charge shall be under the hand of Ithamar, the son of Aaron the priest. Verse 29. As for the sons of Merari, thou shalt number them after their families by the house of their fathers. From 30 years old and upward, even unto 50 years old, shalt thou number them, every one that entereth into the service to do the work of the tabernacle of the congregation. That I imagine just me up here. All right. SHALAM to Israel. I imagine everyone stand. Wapanyakodam, which means to rise and face the east. I'm going to start with the Lord's Prayer. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemaya, Kodash, I.S.U.P.K, Yahawah, Malakuka, Taba'ah, Ratazah, I.S.U.P.K, Baratazah, Kawa, Shemaya, Nathalanawa, Lacham, Kal, Yawam, Wasalachanawa, Kabawathanawa, Kasalachanawa, Kabawathinawa, Wala'ah, Tabayadnawa, Bansayawan, Abal, Awashadnawa, Mayan, Ra, Kaya, Laka, Amalakwa, Waha'ala, Watapara, Laiwalamim, Aman. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, Salaki. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever, so be it. Hakat, prayer for the power. Yahawah, Ba'ashim Yahushua, Babu Kushah, Nathanawa. Hakat. So like Hakak, La Pa'a, Call Makala, or Call Marawa, Hakak, La Tahar, Hamatazariah, Hakak, La Hakwim, Hamathim, Hakak, Awakawa, Atama'ala, the Garbashan, by Shem Yahushai, the water Aman. Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai, please give us the power to heal all men of sickness and all men of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out in the name of Yahushai. Thank you, so be it. Pray to bless Israel. Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Barakanaw, Wayasha'ala, Wahab, Yatsipar, Barak, Rapam, Magun, Ba'ashim Yahushai, the water Aman. What we just said was Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai, bless us in Israel in the school, bless, heal, shield, protect our loved ones. In the name of Yahushai, thank you, so be it. Psalms 121. After Yahanna, all hearted, my young, Yaba'ah, Exaria, Ma'an, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemaiah, Warataza, Al Yathan, number one, Regal, Al Yanawam, Shemarka, Nala, Yanawam, Wala, Yashan, Shawamar, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shemarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al Yah, Yamdinka, Yamamam, Hashemash, La, Yakaka, Wayara, Walayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Mukara, Yashamar, after Pashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, to the after, Waba'aka, my thought, I will love my mom. I will lift up mine eyes into the hills. From whence cometh my help? My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in, from this time forth and even forevermore. So be it. Psalms 83. Al-Hayat, Al-Yalaka, Al-Kacharash, Al-Shakwat, Al-Yahanna, Al-Yapika, Yahanna, Wamashanaka, Nasha'al, Ra'ash, Al-Amaka, Yariyamba, Sawa, with the eye to the wa, Out to Dapawanika, Amawa, Lakawa, Wanakaki, the Mogoya, Wala I, Yazakar, Shem Yashala, Iwa, Kaya, Nava I Tazawa, La, Yakadwa, Alika, Barya, Yakarafu, Aholia, Adawam, Wayashima Ali, Mawa Aba, Wagar, Kabal, Wa Amawan, Wa Amala, Palasha, Amusha, Tazawa, Gam Ashur, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zerawa, the Bunyan Salah, Aisha, Kamadin, Kasiyasara, Kayabi, Banakal, or Yashwan, Nashamata, Bayanda, Hayawa, the Man, the Adama, Shea Thumwa, Nadayabu, Kaira, because Abba, because of Ba, because it's Alana, Kalma said, Kamwa, Shar, Amawa, Ne Rashal, Nawa, Nawa, Alahai, Alaya, Shea Thumwa, Kagawala, Kakwash, the Punjaka, Kaash, the Bairia Ira, Salaki, the Bairia Ira, Wukalahaba, the Lahat, Ariam, Khan, the Redatma, Basairika, what was so popular? Salaki, what was so popular? The Balam, Mala'a, Punya, Kualawan, Waya Quashwa, Shemka, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Waya Bahalwa, I, Waya Parla, Waya Badwa, Waya Hawa, Kaya, Atha, Shemka, Yahawa, Lebaka, Al, Yuan, Al, Call, or Paratiza, Aman. Keep not thy silence to Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, Come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites, of Moab, and the Hagarenes, the Baal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Asa also is joined with them. They have opened the children of Lot. Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kishon, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb, and like Zeb. Yea, all their princes, as Abba and as Amunah, who said, Let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded, and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame, and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. So be it. The prayer for the blessings of the power structure. Barak Yahweh, Wa Yahweh Shai, Wa Mayaka Allah, Wa Alahaya, Matazavia, Allah Wap Yahanna, Ha Allah Wapim, Ha Saranyim, Ha Kartazayanyim, Ha Fayayalim, Wa Wafim, Yahweh, Ba Shimi Yahweh Shai for what I'm on. Bless you, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai, and Michael, and the angels. Commanding General Yahanna, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you, so be it. Saul, which means to turn. Men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the brothers. Men of Israel, Bible Shabbat, Ibajim, Barak, Yahweh, Bashmi, Al-Shapar, Thumb. Yajmatai, Sar, face the sisters. Men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Bible Shabbat, Ibajim, Barak, Yahweh, Shemar, Al-Thun, Bashmi, Al-Shah, Yajmatai, dismissed.